Hi, I'm Mary Neal. I am the founder and director of an online advocacy group called Assistance to the Incarcerated Mentally Ill. I am also a COINTELPRO victim. I had no idea when I began advocating for the incarcerated mentally ill that people, particularly black people, who take a stand against injustice in America would be persecuted, stalked, um, censored, threatened. All these things have been happening to me for the last few years since I exposed the Johnny Cochran firm fraud, since I started protesting against prisoner abuses and murders inside U.S. justice facilities, jails, prisons. It started with my own brother, Larry Morris Neal. That's Larry Neal, Neal. When he was uh, released from the mental hospital after spending 20 years there, he would often get arrested for acting out of his mental illness. Um, Finally, police in Memphis, Tennessee, obviously got tired of their enforced role as caretakers for my mentally ill brother, who the state would not rehospitalize because he was not a danger to self or others. He simply didn't know how to conduct himself outside of a mental hospital. He had been there most of 20 years. Many of America's acute mental patients were homeless. They don't know how to take care of themselves. Some of them do crimes, everything from, vagrancy and panhandling up to murders. They are in jail now. The hospitals are closing. Why are they in jail? It's not cheaper. It's not cheaper than treatment. It's not cheaper than hospitalization or community care because most patients could survive well in their communities if they got treatment. It is to enrich prison owners and investors. Ever since I found out that we have 1.25 million mental patients in America who are wrongly imprisoned instead of treated in hospitals or their communities for their mental illness, I found the reason was prison profiteering and started writing about it online. Boy, I started being stalked, followed. And the Johnny Cochran firm. Johnny Cochran himself was a COINTELPRO victim. Maybe that's why he died. Tumors are induced in lab rats. They may be induced in people. I don't think it's a big jump. In any case, Johnny Cochran got Geronimo Jaga Pratt out of prison after he had been put there by COINTELPRO, a setup, wrongly arrested, 27 years in prison, 8 of them in solitary confinement. Johnny Cochran and other attorneys finally got the man out of prison after 27 years. And after that, Johnny Cochran himself was a COINTELPRO victim. He died. They fired all of Johnny Cochran's attorneys out of his LA office, fired or forced them out of the firm, replaced them with an all-white staff, slowly hired back black people who, if they're anything like Hezekiah Sistruck that we have here in Atlanta over the Atlanta office of the Cochran firm, they're nothing but shams, frauds. They're black Confederate soldiers who helped the system to defraud black people. That's what they do. We took them Larry Neal's wrongful death case when Memphis police secretly arrested my brother, kept him 18 days denying that they had him, knowing he had a heart condition, until he died. If they tasered him, if they put him in a restraint chair, if they beat him, whatever else they did to kill him other than keep him away from his heart drugs, we don't know because the jail won't tell us. The United States Department of Justice under a black man, Eric Holder, won't tell us. They won't enforce the law. See, people go to the electric chair. Well, now they give them lethal injection. But for murder, accused murders. But when police murder somebody, that's okay, especially if they're black. They won't even investigate Larry's murder. They won't give us any papers on Larry's murder. They won't tell us about his fatal arrest. We ask them over and over, year after year. And you know what? The U.S. Department of Justice, the U.S. government goes into other countries and bombs them, supposedly for human rights. And here we are, a family of taxpayers with veterans and active duty military people. And they won't even tell us how they killed Larry Neal. In fact, by asking how they killed Larry Neal, I'm stalked, followed. They've torn up like 8 computers in the last 2 years to keep me offline with this. And they keep me from advocating for other mentally ill people of all races. Look it up online. That's assistance to the incarcerated mentally ill. The Janet Cochran firm was taken over. I believe it's a COINTELPRO operation. Please read about it. I have it in my blog. That's Mary Neal, Neal. My blog is called Exposed. That's free, Free, speak, SPEAK, blog. And the articles, just put in Mary Neal Cochran firm to read about that COINTELPRO operation. Used to spy on blacks. Used to prevent us from getting any restitution after police violence or brutality, or to reduce the amount. That's what they did for Catherine Johnston's family. Catherine Johnston was a 92-year-old black woman here in Atlanta that police did a home invasion and murdered, shot, I think 36, 37 bullets and 6 hit her. Killed her. They got the Janet Cochran firm for that family. They said they sued for $18 million. Didn't take it before a jury. I knew they wouldn't. Got her to settle, got her niece to settle years later for $4.9 million. You know, if any jury would have given them the whole amount or more. The Janet Cochran firm is a fraud. It's a COINTELPRO operation. When you catch up with them defrauding you and sue them, do you know what? We took them to court. We sued them for fraud. The Janet Cochran firm. They got Wendy Shube, Judge Wendy Shube in Georgia Superior Court to say, you can't sue the Cochran firm in Georgia. They have no office in Georgia. And it's the first office listed on the Cochran firm website. It's right downtown, 127 Peachtree Street. Never even stopped their commercials when they got the judge to tell that lie. Sued them in federal court. Do you know what the federal judge, Timothy Batten, said? He said, the Janet Cochran firm defrauding your black family is immaterial to me. And dismissed our case, wouldn't let it go to jury. They didn't say it didn't happen. They said it's immaterial. The Janet Cochran firm says they don't have an office wherever black people catch up with them and sue them. They said in federal court they didn't have an office, any offices in Memphis. They said in Georgia Superior Court they had no offices in Atlanta. And they're allowed to tell those lies. Why? Because they're COINTELPRO. They're doing their job defrauding black people. Oh, they don't want me to tell it. Do you know that Atlanta police told me they would arrest me for telling you about the Janet Cochran COINTELPRO fraud? Well, I'm here to tell you today that I'm fixing to go downtown right now and tell as many people as possible. So, get your sales ready. Get your sale ready. Because Mary Neal is not your slave. I will tell and warn my people about the Janet Cochran firm fraud. I will tell them they're sick, mentally ill people are arrested for money. I will tell them that the black people in charge allow me to be stalked, censored, threatened. I will tell them that I am treated this way because I refuse to be your slave. I refuse to be quiet about abuse. Thank you.